We are back after almost 3 months of not doing anything.
Really?
We have. It's been almost 3 months.
Has it really been almost 3 months?
Yeah.
Wow.
Since we've done any new stuff. That's why I put out that short video the other day.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah. It's been a
My
very
bad.
long time. It was both of us.
Yeah. We got to work, we got to pay the bills.
That's right. This isn't doing
This
anything
doesn't
yet.
pay our bills.
Nothing yet. Hopefully soon.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
So, as you can see from the background, we are on to our next track.
The number 2 best-selling album of all time, The Sound of Music soundtrack, which was not as surprising to me as the Dr. Zhivago soundtrack, which was much lower down on the list, but still, it's for this to beat out albums like Thriller and Jagged Little Pill and Born in the USA it's a little surprising that it's still so high up there.
I would attribute that to the time period.
Exactly, yeah. It was
musicals were very popular.
Yep.
Julie Andrews she's an icon. Every woman or little girl that wants to be a singer, has to know this soundtrack.
It was fun to watch it too with with Jen, and
was it your first time watching it?
No, I had seen it before, but we liked the exact opposite parts. Like, I don't know what it is or why I don't care for musicals, but I don't.
See, I thoroughly enjoyed the whole movie. Everything about the movie I liked, and I didn't even recognize it as a musical. The music just fit into the movie. Like it was just supposed to be there,
right?
Kind of like I was comparing it to myself, like Wizard of Oz,
right? Well,
like the music, it's part of the movie, but it's not. It's not like West Side Story where it's very
when they're
theatrical.
Singing, where there's the parts that get me is when the characters sing the lines.
Yeah, I get you.
Like I was trying to say how I don't mind the animated musicals like The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast, because the movie stops and the story doesn't progress and they kind of just break into song.
I guess I think the same thing. Like I don't even think of those as musicals, the cartoons. Like it's not. It's just part of the movie. I guess,
right. So,
but I loved it. Like the first scene when they're flying over all the mountains.
That's very cool.
And the scenery is amazing. And then the first line of the movie is the song. The hills are alive.
Yeah,
the sound of the music. That's literally the first. I'm like, I've heard that a million times in pop culture references, and it's the first line of the movie.
Right. Yeah.
And it fit perfectly because it really was like a gorgeous scenery.
Yeah. The whole part that Jen was looking forward to was like the family and teaching them how to sing and blah blah blah, and then I was just looking forward to when they had to run away from the Nazis because that was the only part that I thought was like.
That's a very very small part of the movie.
Right, and like. I remember it as being more when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Like I that was the part of the movie like that I guess because that was the action of the movie in the entire movie.
Yeah.
I
mean the whole story. I didn't expect. Like I love the other woman.
The Baroness.
The Baroness. Like I liked her character right away. I thought she was really nice. I didn't expect her to be the way she was.
That's just.
But then she was
a jealousy thing.
But then she was very polite about everything too.
Right.
Like she was like, "I understand it. He's a man. He's attracted to you. But it's gonna go away. He's marrying me because I got lots of money." And
the one part that did surprise me though was the way the rest of the nuns reacted to it. Like, oh, it's all right if you.
Yeah, if marriage is okay.
Go ahead back. Yeah.
If you want, I guess that's what they would send her away to do to find out.
That's how they solved the problem of Maria.
I love that song. That was probably one of my favorite songs.
See, that was my least favorite part of the whole movie because
cool.
They start singing the lines of dialogue.
Yeah, it was just the questioning about everything, the way they said about it. Like she's this, she's that, but but she's funny. She makes me laugh.
Yeah, and then it was kind of stupid that she walked down the aisle to that song.
Yeah. Well, because they were trying to figure it out, and that was them saying, "We figured her out."
Yeah, here it is. She doesn't want to do this, and we'll just let her do this.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I really did.
I'm going to move over this way a little bit, and you scooch over.
Okay.
That way you're not cut off.
All right.
There you go.
All right, there we go.
I feel a little better now.
So go ahead.
We haven't done something like this in almost 2 months,
Yeah.
where we're putting out new content. What did you think about the reaction to our last content that we put out together?
It's what I expected. You know, people take things way out of context. By us giving our honest opinion about the album Thriller
Right.
doesn't mean that we dislike Michael Jackson in any way.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
if
for-
anything, listening to that got me to enjoy him more than I had previously.
Right. It was really just saying, I don't think that this is his best album. You know,
Right,
there's
right.
other music that I enjoy more, and there were I think there was just certain things that made the album sell more, like the
Right.
music videos.
The time that it came out, similar to this one. I mean,
Yeah.
there wasn't, I guess, a whole lot going on in terms of what you had available and what you had to choose from. The Beatles were going at this time, weren't they? Early Beatles?
Yeah.
Had they come to America yet?
What year did this come out?
65.
So the Beatles just came out. Like,
Yeah.
Just
So
happening.
there wasn't a lot going on, I don't think.
No, you had Elvis and you had,
Yeah.
you know, maybe Johnny Cash and
In fact, this 1965 was the same year Elvis put out 2 movies. Yeah, so it was slim pickings, I guess. But also, like you had said, the musicals were a big thing.
yeah, you had Sound of Music, you had Mary Poppins, you had things like that.
Yeah.
You know, not Sound of Music, sorry, Singing in the Rain.
Right.
You know, stuff that's what, you know, West Side Story. It's
mhm.
all
that stuff was
all
coming
very
out.
musically.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so it goes with the theme that we've been realizing, that the selling of the albums is basically just boils down to the timing of
Yeah,
when
it's
you
a
release it.
lot of it. Yeah, what's available and you know what people are listening to at the time.
So yeah, if you are a tremendous fan of The Sound of Music, you're going to have very huge reactions to what other people have to say about the thing that you like.
That you love. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what got me about Michael. People like I think one person said props to me or something like that.
Right, right.
You know they
No one gave me any
well,
props
you know,
for anything. I was
But that's the thing. It's not. We have no hatred or dislike except for maybe Nickelback.
right.
To any of the
I mean,
music that we've talked about. We're just giving our honest, you know, unbiased opinion. You see a lot of people reacting to music and stuff, and they're all just everything's positive. Everyone's
Yep.
oh, this is great. Oh, it's so awesome. You know, and it's not that Michael Jackson in Thriller isn't amazing.
It's the number 3 album of all time.
Right. It's just the whole album wasn't as good as I expected it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think other music he does is better.
Right.
That's, you know, doesn't make that music bad, you know. Just
Right.
like
Yeah.
it's like the Star Wars controversy, you know. You know, just if the
That could be a whole nother YouTube channel right there.
if the first 3 didn't exist, the last 3 and the prequels are amazing movies standalone.
Right. Yeah.
You know. So but we won't go down that route right now.
No, that's for later. We're going to be talking more about soundtracks in the future.
Yeah.
That short video that I had put out, I also tried to gauge where we're going to take this thing, because after this one, we've got just one more album left.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a doozy, and we'll try to get through it today, actually,
Yeah.
too. So what's coming next is our final album on the top 10 Billboard all-time albums, which is Adele's 21, which, I mean, if you haven't heard that, you're kind of living under a rock, I suppose.
Yeah.
Um,
Still surprised me that's number 1 though.
yeah.
But I mean, I can't say that I've listened to the whole album.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I can't. So I guess I'm prejudging it.
you've definitely heard the hits, though.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've seen her live twice.
Wow.
You know. So
I didn't know that.
yeah.
So, I mean, where we're planning to take this after this is kind of like more of an open format. I don't want to be like the guys that just review songs, because there's literally hundreds of YouTube channels that do only this.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, a lot of them though are first-time reactors, people that have actually never listened to the songs before,
Right.
and getting their fresh take on it, which is a whole different thing. You know, we're more. I'd love people to suggest some music that I don't know that I
Right.
can listen to, you know, but that's gonna be very difficult.
And in fact, we've gotten a lot of comments about other things that we should do. And in fact, I've started to take advantage of some of those comments. I listened to or I watched Taylor Swift's Folklore.
Okay.
That's on.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
on
started
Disney.
watching it. I started watching it.
It was pretty good. It was interesting. She went through her entire like writing process of that entire album, which was interesting. So we're gonna get to stuff like that. I mean, we're gonna probably review more like entire artists and genres of music. I had thought of we can review like one hit wonder bands,
Sure.
and like other songs that or other albums and stuff that they have done since.
Well,
then.
that kind of goes along with what I texted you last night about
Underrated
people. Maybe they're one hit wonders, but
right.
They have more to offer.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be I would love love to hear your take on maybe some bands that you like that I don't really listen to, and convince me of why they're good.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any convincing you that Kiss is a good band.
No, underrated.
Oh, they're overrated.
Well, way overrated.
Damn it! All right,
So,
we're gonna wrap up The Sound of Music. It was a good.
yeah.
It was a good movie.
I thought I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really good. I love history.
Right.
Talked to my mom about it. Of course, she loves this movie, and she was telling me how when she was a kid, she actually went to go see the Von Trapp family. They still perform.
Wow.
Their grandkids still perform. But she saw the
She
original.
saw the real
Right.
real family that this was based off of.
Right, and she was very disappointed because they were grown up.
Ah.
And she's like, "Where are the kids at?"
Where's that little girl with the weird look on her face all the time?
So I think you can still to this day. I think they're in Vermont.
Oh wow!
And you can still they perform and they do all these songs and stuff. So
that'd be fun to see.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So
all right, so this was pretty good. We're again not live reacting like we would a normal the other albums that are on this list.
I don't expect too much controversy and feedback
hopefully
from this.
Hopefully this will be fine. I'm going to edit down. Jen and I watched it live and commented similar to what we did with Dr. Zhivago. So we'll edit all that down and probably release it in in a few parts. All right, so
sounds good.
Let us know what you guys think about the number 2 album all time Billboard Top 10. This was The Sound of Music.
I'll see you in a few minutes.
See you for the last one. Adele, 21, the number 1 album. See you guys soon.
All right.
I'm Dave. He's Greg.
That's who we are.
No, we're not. See ya.